John Tyler back again with a very important video. This one is about Craigslist scams. Beware. If you have not been scammed yet by Craigslist scammers, you will, believe me. Now, here's some actual scammer methods of operations experienced by me, yours truly, personally, firsthand. I listed a motorcycle on Craigslist locally on January the 21st, 2017. The ad was clear and concise, and within a half hour, I was thrilled. I got my first text. Said this: I'm interested in the motorcycle. Don't text me back because I'm working right now. Email me at joeblow@gmail.com with more photos. Ooh, get me excited. Fish me right in. Hey, could be legit, right? But I always look at every possible scenario like it's a scam, and you should too. But let this story unfold, because it gets even more interesting as we go through the motions that this guy and I had to go through. The first sign of a scam was, he texted me. That's the first sign. I put my email right up on Craigslist, so he could have emailed me. Don't email me, don't text me back, send me an email. There's a reason that they want your email, but stay with me. So the first sign of the scam then is when they want to get your email address, so they tell you on a text, email me. If they get your email address, they have everything. Although, like I said, I'm legit, so I put my email and my cell phone number right up there on the Craigslist. What do I care? I carry a gun. So the next hint came from this part of the guy's email. Let me just tell you what that email said. It said this: thanks for the details and time. I've also gone through the ad on Craigslist and I'm okay with the asking price. Likewise, the condition. My hauler will be coming for the pickup once payment is made and cleared. Well, that sounds legit, right? I'm going to send my hauler. He told me he was in the military. That was the first sign of a scam that went off in my head from previous experience, and I'll tell you about that at the end of this quick video, fairly quick, training video I should say, almost a tutorial that you need to know. So the first hint was within that part, the price is okay with me. When you see that they're not going to negotiate with you on the price, it's probably going to be a setup and a scam. The details seem okay with me. All I did was put something in writing. How could all this seem fine enough for you to be paying me $3,500? But I digress. Let me get on. He says, I'm okay with the asking price, and that sets the stage for you to be greedy. Oh, geez, the guy's a sucker. He's going to give me all my money. Whoa, nice. I mean, I do. Here's the way I work it, though. When I put a price up there, I don't cut the price, but I expect them to ask me to. When I sold a snowblower a month ago, I had it on for $475. I expected to get $4.25 because eBay would charge me $50 to sell it up on eBay. So on Craigslist, I can afford to spend $50. So the first guy said, will you take $350? I said no. And you hold firm, and finally they come back with the price you want. So fine, then you know it's probably even more a legitimate deal. But this guy, oh no, the price is just fine. You know, everything you said about the bike is just fine. He says, I want you to get back to me with your PayPal email address for me to make the payment. And also, let me know what the pickup address is. Well, my address is right on the Craigslist thing. You come pick it up anytime you want to. But anyway, he just kept pushing that part about, send me your PayPal email address. Now that should tell you something right off the bat. So I told him a fib, as I usually do, to remember. I said, everything I smell is already a scam unless you prove to me it's not a scam. Like the snowblower guy who brought me the cash and it was all fine. So this guy goes on to just say, send me the your PayPal email account. So I said, well, the email I'm sending you now is my PayPal email account. You never want to send them your PayPal email account, because what they do is they go to paypal.com and then they type in, it says your email account. If they type in your email, the real email account, then they have ways to scam other people in the future using, they'll say, I'm John Tyler, here's my email address, here's my PayPal account, check it out. And when you do, you're going to find out that, yeah, that's right. Never give them any information that you wouldn't want to give to a total scam artist standing in front of you. Okay, so I gave him information that was false. But there's a reason I do that, and he proved out what my reason would be. So I'm going to pay you and then arrange for the pickup. Once the money clears and you find out from PayPal that the money is cleared, then I'll be waiting for your response. So, never send your PayPal email address to anybody. Now, again, I gave him my email account that I could care less. It's up on the web anyway on my regular jtyler.com website. So if you ask me for my email, I'm going to give you that one. Because I get 1,000 emails a day. 99% of them are scams or junk, or somebody wants to sell me something. So only give the email address that you could care less about. Now, I never ever give information out willy-nilly, because willy and nilly will use it against me. Okay, soon afterwards I got this email from PayPal, allegedly from PayPal. Now it was addressed to me, john@jtyler.com, and it says you have received a PayPal payment of $4,365 US sent from xyzjoeblow@gmail.com. Now, why I knew that was phony is that it had a PayPal logo, like, you know, a really good forgery of anything will look good, and there's so many scam artists that will send you logos. I can get PayPal logos off Google all day long, and I can make up fake letters just like this person did. So PayPal sent me a note telling me I got $4,365 sitting in my account. Well, two things happened. Number one is I went immediately to my PayPal account using my real PayPal email address, and it says you now have $0 in your account. So I already knew that was a scam, and I wrote back to the PayPal dignitary. The president of PayPal actually sent it. Now, of course, the president of PayPal is going to send you a note, right? I mean, how many red flags does one need? Well, that was about my fourth or fifth, who knows. So the next scam I noticed was, wait, $4,365, the bike's only $3,500. So I wrote back to this guy, playing with him at this point, knowing already what I know. I said, you overpaid me, so you're going to have to work this out with PayPal, because I don't know why you sent too much money. So he overpaid by $865. There must be a reason for this, so I told him, go fix it, because all I want is $3,500. Well, the next part of the scam is the explanation. So they will send you an explanation. A good scam artist has to have a backup or a backstory. He wrote this: I want you to know that I added an extra fee of $765 to the total payment, which I need you to help to send to my pickup agent. And he gave me, by Western Union, he says, and he gave me the lady's name, her address in Springfield, Ohio, whatever, and street address and the whole thing, which of course is going to be a UPS box somewhere where they can just cancel the box as soon as the Western Union 765 comes in. He says, I also paid the extra $100. That was the fee for Western Union, so that's why it's $865. So before the agent, he says, I didn't know this until my pickup agent said, look, I can't operate at all. I'm not going all the way to North Carolina to pick up a bike without being paid up front. So, of course, he wants me to pay. So I said, no, you pay them. I said, I don't do side deals with anybody, and I'm not sending anybody a dollar. So I don't care what you did on your side deals. That's not the deal I had. So he says, when I was about to make the payment, I'd been in contact with PayPal about the situation of our deal, and I was told accurate security will be put on this transaction, and that you are required to follow some instructions before the funds will be made available to you, which I was told you have been notified. Of course he was told. His other friend, you know, the president of PayPal, sent me the note that said the $43.65 is already in your account, which it was not, because he had the wrong email address. That, remember that right up front. So I'm required, in other words, it is incumbent upon me now to send his girlfriend $765 by wire before they can come and pick the bike up and before I get paid. In scam language, it means send me or a friend of mine, $765, and would you, I mean, think about it. Although people do, I mean, I've had people be scammed out of 160 grand because if you don't pay, you owe the IRS this money. If you don't pay, we're going to come and put you in jail. And they wire the money. Hello? Anyway, that's why this tutorial is here for you. I'm painting pictures that you need to avoid. So, smelling an early rat, I quickly Googled PayPal scams and found this. It says overpayment scam. A customer sends a PayPal payment that is more than the purchase price of the order and then asks you to wire them the difference. They may even tell you that the money that you're wiring is for their shipper. Ta-da! I didn't need a bell to go off in my head. I knew I was already being scammed. And it says at the PayPal scam website, this scammer may have paid with a stolen credit card, a bank account number, or a checking account, all fraudulently. And it says, so if you get an overpayment notice from PayPal, it is likely that the PayPal email is also a fraudulent email. Well, guess what? It was. So I'm proving out that scams exist, and even PayPal says, if this happens, don't send them any money. It also said, if it is found to be a stolen credit card or a bank account number that was fraudulently used to confiscate your money, tough, you're out the money. And you're also out, if you sold the motorcycle and somebody picked it up, you're out the bike, the cash, the whole Megillah. You've been tagged. Okay. So the PayPal notice of funds received came to my regular email that I sent out, not my actual PayPal email, which is why I wrote back to the president of PayPal. I said, you people are scammers too, because you would have sent me any notifications to my regular PayPal email account. You didn't. Therefore, you are in cahoots with Joe Blow over here at gmail.com. So that was about the fifth red herring that I smelled, but wait, it gets worse. The guy then tries to scam me by sending me an email, says, are you trying to rip me off? In other words, I'm supposed to defend myself now, right? Oh no, you know, it's too... So then he gets a doorway back in by threatening me. What, is this a rip-off? You know, intimating that, you know, you're trying to scam me, I'm going to report you. Geez, will you? Call the cops. Anyway, so he tries that, and I reminded him that the PayPal email was bogus because they sent the email to my email address that I sent him. I says, that was the first red flag that I got from you, Joe Blow, from gmail.com. And after that response, I never heard from the guy again. My original rat smelled because the guy said he was in the military. Meaning, when you see the guy's in the military, or the woman, it's a scam. Pretty much a scam. And I say that from past scam history with me. The military thing means it's going to be very hard for you to reach me because, you know, I'm in Afghanistan this week and who knows where next week. So it's always, and the bike was for somebody else, by the way, not for the guy himself. It was, you know, going to be a gift for Joe Blow. That's a typical scam too, and I'll show you why I say that in just about a minute. I saw a scam a couple of years ago on a car. The car was, it was the most gorgeous car you ever saw in your life, and it was underpriced by probably 6,000 bucks. I could own this car for like 2,500, and I was looking for a car at the time. I jumped right on that, but before I jumped on it, scam-proof guy and scam brain used to scam ideas. My scam brain flags went off, and I took that picture of that beautiful car, and I went on to Google reverse photo, which you should always do too. So reverse photo lookup by Google showed that car was on Craigslist ads in 6 different states. Ta-da! I reported this guy to actually it was a woman on that one. I'm AliceBlow@gmail.com. And so you're gonna feel like, oh gee, it's a woman, a woman, military, I gotta respect the military, which I do, but I don't respect scam artists who are not even in the military. Anyway, I reported her to my local police department in Norton, Massachusetts at the time, and they of course did nothing about it, but I also reported it to Craigslist. They do something about it, because within 2 hours that ad was totally gone from all of their websites, the 6 of them in 6 different states. It was in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York, you name it. So remember, reverse photo lookup. Okay, all phony, all frauds. Within 4 hours of replacing my ad, by the way, I received 2 more nearly identical texts, not email, no phone calls, no nothing. And they all have the ability to send me an email, but they text me because they want me to send my email. So here we go again. Let me show you one more text that I got. I'm looking at my phone and it says, Honda Shadow. Hi, I am Lee. This is still available for sale, instead of, is this still available for sale? This is still available for sale, question mark. Kindly send me an email to tristanh@gmail.com. Now I'm making that part of it up, of course, to protect the innocent. And tell Tristan about it, because he is interested and he is in the military, so I'm just helping him out. I wrote him back to tell him that I'm only selling locally and I'm only selling for cash. And I went back and revised my ad so that it now reads, I am only selling this bike locally. If you or your ambassador, relative, friend, whomever you want to send to get the bike, send them. They can come to my property, they can look at the bike, we can start the bike up, it won't leave my property. If you love the bike, then you and I and your friend or your ambassador, whomever you send, with cash, $3,500, we will then go 2 blocks away to my bank, and the bank will verify that the cash is actually real. And then when I put the cash into my bank account, I will sign the title over to you right at the bank. And I'll hand you the keys at the bank, in case I drop dead on the way home. Then we'll go to my house. You can take or drive or whatever you want to do the bike and the title that you now own, because I have your cash and the cash isn't fake. And the bank tellers, when I handed them cash from the snowblower, 50s, and they scanned every one of them to make sure they weren't phony money. Get it? So just learn this stuff and protect yourself. Now, don't say you weren't warned. And there's other scams out there. One woman went to an address to pay for a car. Cash, because that's what they want. That's what I want, cash. So she showed up at the apartment building where she was supposed to meet the guy with the fantastic deal on the car. And he led her into the hallway, but the guy didn't live there. He just, here's my appointment, 2 o'clock. Here's the lady, must be the one with the cash. She was beaten and robbed. So don't ever do that. Always meet someone at the bank or a Honeydew Donut or Dunkin' Donuts, somewhere where there's a lot of people, and try to bring a friend or relative, a big burly guy with tattoos if you can, before you go meet some stranger and either hand them money or take money or whatever it is, because you could take cash and it's fake. Never take a check. Cashier's check, ooh, that looks good. That looks real good. I can print a cashier's check on my Adobe Photoshop. I can make a federal check. I can do whatever I want to on a printing machine. So if you take some fake check that looks really good and you hand over your product, you're out the product and all you have is an empty piece of paper. Don't do it. Take cash, meet the guy at your bank, verify that the cash is really cash, deposit it, then give the guy the product or the title or whatever you're doing. Always approach a deal and look at it as though it's a scam from the get-go. And make the buyer or seller prove things out before parting with a nickel. So it's a scam until you prove to me that it's not a scam. Another woman was to meet a guy on a Craigslist dating site, and she went to the alleged address to meet her man, who was a handsome dude. At least on Craigslist he was a handsome dude. He met her on the front steps of the apartment building where the appointment was, but he never lived there. So he said, well, come on, my car's right here, we're ready to go, I'm going to take you to dinner, we're going to have a wonderful time. So she jumps in her car, and 2 miles away at some deserted spot, he beat the beans out of her and raped her. So what did she get out of that? She got a lesson out of that, if nothing else, and I'm hoping you will get a lesson out of this. So not only is your money in jeopardy, but your life could be in jeopardy as well. All deals, remember this, all deals are scams until proven to be a good deal. Go with someone you trust when you are buying something or selling something. Like I said, make sure the guy that you go with has big tattoos. I have a license to carry, so I'm not that worried about deals going bad. But I make sure they're good deals before I even step out of my comfort zone. Never risk your money or your life on what is really nothing but a typewritten ad on Craigslist or eBay or any other type of listing. Let me leave you with this. SCAM. S is for scheming. Your perpetrator is always a professional schemer. S, schemer. C in scam is for crafty. They're very crafty people. They have answers and they have backup stories for answers because they've done this all their life probably. SC for crafty. A is for aggressiveness. They don't give up. Nothing dissuades them from getting off their track. They want your money. They want to scam you. SCAM. M is for malicious because it's a pretty malicious thing when a scam artist is going to take your money, your hard-earned money, that he wants you or she wants you to wire somewhere, and it's all fraud. So just remember what I told you before you step out there and part with 5 cents of your money. It's a scam until you prove to me that it's not a scam. And then I will leave you with this. My slogan of life is this: in God we trust, everyone else pays cash. And I make sure it's cash that's verifiable. I'll see you guys next time around. Hope you learned something.